Okay, today it's turtle time. Not the most obvious choice, really. In fact, if you would have asked me only 1 year ago, I would have flatly denied the possibility of checking out the turtles ever. When the turtles started to being a thing over here in the late 80s, I was just too grown up to be interested in this, in quotes, kids stuff. And the plethora of turtle lore that followed, from toys for toddlers to inflatable ninja turtles, had not changed my mind, obviously. For years I was even unaware of the fact that it was originally a comic that started it all, and not the other way around. Anyway, fast forward. The last straw was delivered by the K-Face, showing off issue 1 in all its bold and simple glory. Especially the perfect absurdity of the title characters became suddenly very appealing to me. And the fact that these turtle guys are the antithesis to all these cute and cuddly characters out there. The turtles are everything but cute and cuddly. They are aggressive, strong, destructive, reckless, and adventurous, fighting not only ninjas and criminals but triceratons in space. In short, they are everything a 12-year-old boy wants to be, and since I like to see me as a 12-year-old boy in the body of a 52-year-old man, this is pretty perfect for me. Long story short, I got me the first volume of the TMNT Ultimate Collection from IDW, a wonderfully made book almost the size of the library editions from Dark Horse. More than 300 pages, good paper, soon binding, I can't complain. Very neat are the annotations from Kevin Eastman and Peter Laird, especially since the relation between the creators and everything around it builds up to some meta-story or the actual story behind the turtles. Two friends creating and producing a comic book that became an almost instant success. How the two won fortunes and, at least partwise, lost them again, along at least partwise with their friendship. This is movie material. Anyhow, the commentaries from Eastman and Laird are very interesting. Despite a lot of mutual patting of shoulders, you get a lot of insights about their inspirations and aspirations at the time, and their little Mirage studio growing real quick and maybe a bit out of proportion. The first volume contains the first 7 issues and the Raphael one-shot. We get the origins of the turtles, their first battle with the Foot and the Shredder, which was originally intended to be their last battle against these foes as well. We see the turtles go to space and back again. It's funny, weird, obviously a bit clumsily told and drawn, but in a nice way. I really enjoyed it, and the rough black and white art, especially in this oversized presentation. Actually, I would recommend the first volume for nearly everybody who likes weird and wacky comics. Whether you should continue with the following volumes is another question, even though for me it was not really a question, obviously. I enjoyed all the Ultimates up to volume 6, despite of some repetitions and some stories that didn't feel so necessary, especially after Laird and Eastman had increasing problems to work with each other, because of arguments and the pure amount of different side projects and stuff like that, up to the animation series, of course. So it's maybe a good thing that they reprinted not each single issue, but a selection. For an instance, there is a big gap between Volume 3 and Volume 4, which reproduces the first part of the City at War storyline, while the second part is contained in Volume 5. Volume 5 actually concludes the reprints of whole issues. But when you want a collection of TMNT short stories as well, you need Volume 6. I was particularly excited about a short story inked by Richard Corben. It was written and penciled by Kevin Eastman in a Corben-related style, with some barbaric sci-fi queen that clearly shows Eastman's adoration for Corben. And Corben's inking is as bold as ever, of course. Even if the story won't blow your socks off, it's great for what it is. A very elaborate fan letter from Eastman to Corben, and in a way back again. While I'm for the most part absolutely down with the black and white reproductions, in this instance it's a pity that they haven't reproduced the 4 Corben pages in color. Eastman did the colors himself, but obviously in the most Corben-inspired way possible. Otherwise, Volume 6 is a hodgepodge of different short stories, essential for turtle heads for sure. Some funny, some goofy, some forgettable, and some very interesting because of their art from Steve Bissett or Michael Zulli. But overall, I think the only volume everybody should have in his or her collection is Volume 1. Or you stop with Volume 3 after the Return to New York storyline, or with Volume 5. But when you want everything, you have to get the upcoming Volume 7 with the colored covers and bonus art as well. And why not check out IDW's more recent recreation of the Turtles world with new artists and covers by Kevin Eastman. I keep you updated about my adventures in Turtleland. Thanks for listening and watching. Goodbye.